The last race of the season in Hockenheim, and the last race for a number of drivers like Martin Tomczyk and Timo Scheider after 16 years and together 3 titles. 2 legends leave DTM. It is the final showdown. Edoardo Mortara starts from P6, 17 points behind his opponent Marco Wittmann. So Mortara must be at least second to have a chance to win the title. Marco Wittmann, though, in the case of a victory of Mortara, would have to finish P5. He's got Tom Blomqvist around him. He goes from P3. And P2 is a Mercedes-Benz after a Black Saturday. Gary Paffett doing a good job in qualifying. Also doing a good job, and just like Saturday, Antonio Felix da Costa. He becomes Mr. Qualifying because he's put the car on P1 as we go into the garages of the manufacturers once again ahead of the start of the final showdown for DTM 2016. So as the cars roar away from their grid boxes and head into turn number 1, it's a good start from Antonio Felix da Costa. It's not a good start though for Edoardo Mortara. First of all, he falls back, but going around the outside, he takes back P6. Antonio Felix da Costa staying in front of Gary Paffett, and Wittmann stays in front of Edoardo Mortara. Jamie Green runs out really wide. Now Edoardo Mortara knows that he has to win and attacks. He overtakes Tom Blomqvist for P4 through the hairpin turn. Gary Paffett sets Antonio Felix da Costa under pressure, touches him and spins the BMW driver around. For that, Gary Paffett earns a drive-through penalty. Edoardo Mortara now passing Marco Wittmann to go right to the very top. However, Edoardo Mortara can do no more than win. He needs Marco Wittmann to drop back, of course. Nonetheless, Dieter Gas is delighted with what Edoardo Mortara is doing out there on track. Christian Vittoris is very strong and with a smart strategy too. Here he overtakes Antonio Felix da Costa after an early pit stop and tries to catch up time on Marco Wittmann, and then Timo Scheider in his last race spins Augusto Farfus and gets a drive-through penalty. Edoardo Mortara and Marco Wittmann come in on the same lap. Mortara will stay in front. Where will Marco Wittmann come out? It's going to be behind the Mercedes-Benz drivers Christian Vittoris and Paul di Resta, and also his brand mate Tom Blomqvist. And Jürgen Abt looking nervous on the pit wall. Wittmann attacks Paul di Resta but moves back, not wanting to risk too much. 5th place would be enough for the championship. Tom Blomqvist then allows Marco Wittmann to go through. That means it's P4. Edoardo Mortara wins the race, but he loses the championship. Mercedes drivers Christian Vittoris and Paul di Resta end up P2 and P3. Marco Wittmann doesn't make it on the podium, but P4, of course, feels like a victory. Audi feel less than victorious. The result in full, and let's hear from Edo Mortara.
It's incredible that after winning 5 races, you cannot clinch the title. But I mean, I'm proud of what I did this season.
There is immense respect between Marco Wittmann and Edo Mortara, but Marco Wittmann is the champion. Let's hear from him now.
It was a tough season. We fight it till the end, the last race, and I have to say it's unbelievable.
Well, his point-scoring consistency has delivered him the 2nd DTM championship in his career, as they all enjoy their moments up there on the podium, and Marco Wittmann celebrates the fact that he is DTM champion 2016 in front of the fans as well.